and the All Indiana Podcast Network. This is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Thursday, December.
My dad works in B2B marketing. He came by my school for career day and said he was a big ROAS man. Then he told everyone how much he loved calculating his return on ad spend. My friends still laugh at me to this day.
Not everyone gets B2B, but with LinkedIn, you'll be able to reach people who do. Get a $100 credit on your next ad campaign. Go to linkedin.com/results to claim your credit. That's linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply. LinkedIn, the place to be, to be.
Forget one-size-fits-all diets. With Noom, you get a personalized weight loss plan that's tailored to your lifestyle. Have cravings? Food FOMO? Noom can help you lose weight while still enjoying your favorite foods. Noom's users love the flexible approach, blending psychology and biology to help you lose weight in a way that's sustainable for you. Plus, you can rest assured Noom's approach is grounded in science. They've published more than 30 peer-reviewed scientific articles describing their methods and effectiveness. Stay focused on what's important to you with Noom's psychology and biology-based approach. Sign up for your trial today at Noom.com.
Number 12. We begin with updates to a major drug trafficking investigation. The Indiana Crime Guns Task Force took Khalil Shelton and Lucian McKellen into custody on Monday. Investigators say that Shelton had been moving large amounts of drugs from California to 3 homes in Indy. Police say a search of the properties uncovered 14 guns, $25,000 in cash, marijuana, cocaine, and methamphetamine. Federal and Marion County prosecutors will decide on the final charges. A Bloomington woman has been sentenced to 6 years in federal prison for the racially motivated stabbing of an 18-year-old student at IU. Billy Davis pleaded guilty in the case back in September. In January of last year, Davis stabbed a student of Asian descent in the head 7 to 10 times as the woman tried to leave a Bloomington bus. The student survived the attack. When confronted by other passengers, Davis used racial slurs in referencing the victim, and later admitted to police that she attacked the woman because she was Chinese. In other news, we first brought this story to you a few months back when it first began. Now, Willie Terrell, the man who was sentenced to prison for kidnapping his own children, is now speaking exclusively with News 8. Kyla Russell reports.
Willie Terrell and his wife were found with their 3 kids inside a Southern Texas motel in July. A week earlier, they took their kids after meeting them at an Indianapolis barbecue restaurant. But Willie says the story started long before that.
My kids is my world.
That's Willie Terrell, husband to Jessica and dad to kids Frankie, Queen, and King, all under 5 years old. The family is originally from Mississippi. In March of this year, he says the kids were taken from them at gunpoint by Child Protective Services while on a trip to Decatur, Illinois. They were in the area waiting for their youngest, King, to have surgery. King was less than a year old at the time. The move from CPS came as a surprise to Willie. He says the kids were well taken care of, but police say the kids had been neglected and malnourished.
They came and took our kids with us with drawn guns, and we didn't have no reason. Didn't give us no paperwork or nothing. So we gave chase after our kids, and we've been fighting this ever since.
CPS took the 3 kids to Jessica's parents' home in Indianapolis. Willie and Jessica signed off on that in hopes the kids wouldn't be separated into different homes. The kids lived there from March until July.
Filed the police to Decatur in Illinois as a CPS. And they said they didn't see no reason why they was taking these kids because these kids was in perfect health.
In early July, Willie got a call from Jessica's dad wanting to give the kids back to their parents. They agreed to meet here at Famous Dave's Barbecue on the north side of Indy on July 4th. Willie and Jessica showed up and say her dad almost immediately left the building.
He walked out the building. Went out to pretend like he left the diaper bag because I had Pampers in the car.
The police report says he had gone to the bathroom, and when he came back, the kids were gone. Police say surveillance cameras showed the Terrells walked in the front door but left through a side door and were seen running to a car.
I thought everything was cool because after he gave us the kids, we was heading back home to Mississippi.
They even stopped that night in Memphis to watch fireworks until Willie got a call.
By the time we made it to almost Mississippi, my brother gives me a call and say, "Hey, man, y'all on the news." I said, "Man, you lying." He said, "Man, y'all on the news everywhere."
Willie believes Jessica's dad called police, so Willie called a relative in Texas and drove the kids there. They stopped at a motel in the small town of Pearsall, Texas on the way there. He dropped the kids off and went out to grab dinner.
And to the restaurant, and that's when they pull guns and say, freeze.
Willie got back into his car and drove to the motel. That's when an hours-long standoff began, with the kids still inside the room. Willie eventually surrenders, and he and Jessica are arrested. A relative told police Willie intended to take the family to Mexico, and Willie denies that.
I went to go to Mexico. I could have went another way and didn't have to cross the border.
Willie and Jessica were found guilty of kidnapping, interference with custody, and criminal confinement.
Now, Willie did tell me that he plans to appeal and he believes evidence was left out of his trial. I'm Kyla Russell for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Let's talk sports. One of the most successful football coaches of all time and also one of the most divisive may be getting a fresh start. Bill Belichick has reached a deal to become the new head coach at North Carolina, pending approval from the university's Board of Trustees. The iconic former Patriots coach won 6 Super Bowls during his time with the team. It was often at the expense of the Colts, who were eliminated from the playoffs by Belichick's Patriots 4 times over his 23-year tenure. On to some sad news now. One of the greatest sluggers to ever play for the Indianapolis Indians has passed away. Rocky Colavito still holds the team's single-season home run record, hitting 38 for Indy in 1954. He hit 30 homers the next season before a call-up to the big leagues. Colavito played 14 seasons in the majors, mainly with Cleveland and Detroit, hitting 374 career home runs and playing in 9 All-Star games. The Indians' general manager issued a statement on the matter, saying in part, "His single-season home run record is one that may never be broken. We extend our condolences to the Colavito family and his loved ones." Rocky Colavito died Tuesday at the age of 91 years old. Let's talk weather. Make sure you have your coat and gloves today. Storm Track 8 says you can expect some snow showers and with it, wind chill as low as 0. Meteorologist Tara Hastings has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
Here's a live look in Cicero. Only 15 degrees up here at Morse Reservoir under a mostly cloudy sky. The winds have eased up a bit, so the wind chill values aren't terrible out there, but they're still pretty cold. Feels like 8 right now in Indianapolis and below 0 in Kokomo, also across parts of South Bend. And farther southward, we've got those temperatures in the upper 20s, right around that 30-degree mark. Satellite picture shows that we have the clouds thickening up here, and we do have some snow just off to the west of us. Some light flurries and some snow showers will be possible as we head into the afternoon today. I don't think it's going to snow all day long, but the potential for some light flurries will be possible as we head into the afternoon. Accumulations are definitely going to be less than an inch. It's just going to be cold today. We're talking about temperatures only into the 20s with feels like temperatures into the teens. We've got temperatures warmer here for your Friday and then much warmer for the weekend. Kind of time out how warm it gets, all coming up in my 7-day forecast.
To get a peek at Tara's full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com. And don't forget, conditions will change throughout the day, so to make sure you have the most up-to-date forecast, download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And for a more detailed look at conditions, you can check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. We wrap things up with a reminder that we are in the middle of our Wish Street campaign, and we would love your help. We are teaming up with Toys for Tots to collect new unwrapped toys for children. You can take your donations to any of our sponsors, the National Bank of Indianapolis, Ed Martin Automotive Group, Planet Fitness, Gymco, and MI Homes. We've made it pretty easy to donate money too. Just head over to the Wish Tree section of our website, wishtv.com, for more info. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Thursday, December 13th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.